Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here at MTK Scotland. Sun is shining. I'm here with the pretty boy himself, Craig McIntyre. Craig, you've done a little workout there with your, I'm assuming it's your beautiful girlfriend, fiancée or wife, I'm not sure yet, but... Girlfriend. Not there yet, no? Not yet. You've done a little workout here, but looks like, I've seen you're in tremendous shape, you're still training away, so life must be good, is it?
Much better than the sun, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, mate.
You can get a wee walk
Man,
outside.
look at all this here. Outdoor space for you to train in, mate. Can't complain,
Really,
can't complain.
Feels like I'm in training camp abroad.
Well, holy town there.
For a day or two, till the weather goes away.
So what's happening to you in terms of boxing and stuff like that? I mean, I was at your last fight, was in Rotherham that time, wasn't it? Back in August, and I mean, that's what, we're into nearly a year. So what's happening? Any news for me?
I was supposed to fight Mikey Saki in the January and get the phone call the week before Christmas to say that he'd retired for boxing, so obviously that fight went away. And it was back then we spoke about the Harlem Eubank fight. I was supposed to fight, well, we spoke about the fight, see if we could get it arranged, and I think that's what's happening now. It's been put forward to the board, so me and Harlem next. I think, if I'm not sure if he's took the fight yet or not, but it's been put forward to the board. I've accepted the fight. I think he will, and I'm just waiting on a date now for that. I
mean, you're at the ring, like, with this sort of situation we're in nowadays, and that fighters are frustrated for not getting out every 3-4 months and stuff like that. Are you frustrated? I mean, you are training hard, like I said to you, you're still in shape, you look like your own weight right now. So are you frustrated in not getting out as often as you can?
Mate, this has been my life for the last 3 years, I think. It's been stop start. Obviously I had the contract issues. I think my first fight with MTK, we spoke about what happened before that. I hadn't fought in, I can't remember how long it was, like 18 months or something, and then I had to wait another year for a fight, then I had to wait another year for a fight, and now it's going to be another year. So it's been stop start. I've been pro, I'm 26 now, I've been pro since I was 20, and I've had 12 fights
in 6 years. Well, my math, that's 2 fights a year. 2
fights a year.
It's not
like Mayweather without Mayweather money. Like, that's the life I'm living just now.
Well, I don't know sure about that, mate. I'm sure you've got some wedge behind you.
No.
You mentioned Harlem Eubank and stuff like that. I mean, you are 12-0, I believe, with the one draw, but your last 2 fights, you've got the stoppage wins under you. You're undefeated. You're in a stacked division. The 140-pound division, super lightweight division, is stacked. I mean, you're ready now for these names, the Harlem Eubanks, the Robbie Davies Juniors, do you know what I mean, the TYRONE McKennas, all these guys that are a bigger name domestically right now and stuff like that, but you're ready to stamp your authority.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I think I would have already been and about the names by now if, like we said, it hadn't been so stop-start. Like, if I had, instead of having the 12 fights, if I was 16, 17, I would already been there. I'd like round about with the big fights with these guys. So hopefully the Harlem fight comes off, I can get that, get the win, and then next would be looking at anybody in the top 10, really. I want to move now, like we said, I'm 26, been pro 6 years, I need big fights now, I need to move. I want titles, I want to be involved in the big nights.
The Harlem Eubank fight then, that Harlem is the fight that you need to propel yourself in this division right now, in terms of letting everyone know in the domestic scene who Craig McIntyre is. So you said that you've accepted the fight, it's been approved by the board and stuff like that. You don't know what Harlem's situation is right now, so
yeah, obviously,
that is the fight that you want.
Obviously just a message to Harlem as well, like,
yeah.
I'm no, this isn't, we just met in the gym, this isn't an interview to be like calling him out and anything like that. I know everything that's just happened with his family, so it's no anything like that. We're just talking about what had happened previously, so just want to say RIP to Seb Eubank as well.
Yeah,
it's getting unfortunate, like, my thoughts go out to Harlem and the family, and I don't want this to come off as everything's just only happened like in the past week. I don't want this to come off as I'm calling him out and something as tragic as that's just happened. Like, obviously I went through it myself with my dad a year ago. It's no, I'm not trying to come off as that. It's just, I don't know what his situation is and what it's going to be in terms of boxing, but that is the fight that I had spoke about from January with the management, and we'll see what happens with it.
I want to send my love and prayers and condolences to the Eubank family as well. I echo what you said there. Yeah, but like I said, even the big names in this division, like, it's stacked though, isn't it, the 140-pound division? I mentioned Robbie Davies Jr., Lewis Ritson's, Do you know what I mean? Sam Maxwell's fighting Akeem Ennis-Brown coming up for the British title. Tyrone McKenna's still there. I mean, what a division you're in, man. I mean, you seem to just be chomping at the bit, ready to get going.
I just want to be involved. Like, all these fights are sort of, everybody's fighting each other, and I'm just there below them. I want to be involved in it. I just need that one fight to sort of propel me into the names. It's like a risk reward thing, innit? Like, I just need that fight to get me in there, and once I'm in the door, then the fights will happen. You mentioned
obviously the Harlem Eubank fight being mentioned now, it's been approved by the board, stuff like that, but that fight doesn't come off. Is it any other names out there that you would like to fight? Because obviously Robbie Davies Jr. is coming off a loss. Maybe he might think a guy in below the top 10 to get back in the thing.
100%. Like, that's, I think if I'm to fight any of the guys next, it's going to need to be somebody like a Robbie Davies, or somebody that's coming off a loss where they think, I'll fight Craig, they win that, gets them back into sort of tune up fight for late. Because I think somebody that's maybe, I don't even know where I'm ranked just now. Like, I've not fought in that long. I'm probably like 20th or something in the rankings. I should be right up there, but like, that's a fight for them to sort of get themselves back into fighting form, and maybe for them to go for a title after that.
I want to touch on this, since the man is in your division and he's a Scotsman as well, Josh Taylor. He is an undisputed champion in your weight class, fellow countryman. Did you watch the fight against Ramirez, and what were your thoughts?
Of course I did. I stayed up, had a couple of mates going to watch it. Incredible. Like, you were there. Amazing. Like, Josh is, like, there's no words for what he's done, and I think it's shocking the way he's treated in
the media.
In the media. Like, Josh shouldn't be able to walk down the street without, like, getting swarmed by people. I know football's the main sport in this country, Scotland, Britain, but like, Josh has done something that's never been done before, and I bet for the average person walking down the street, they wouldn't even know who Josh is.
Well, I'm sure he's living his best life in Edinburgh anyway. He does, like I said, you mentioned football and stuff like that, but we don't get much from football as fans. No. We don't get much from rugby as fans. No. But Josh has done something that a sportsman in this country has never done in a long time.
Yeah, there's only,
do you know what I mean?
How many people is that?
5. Well, if you want to include Teofimo Lopez, there's that argument about the WBC belt and stuff like that, but 6 then. 6 men in the 4 belt era have been undisputed. And Josh is one of them, and he's from Scotland.
One of them's from Scotland right now.
Yeah.
He's an active boxer. But he should be revered as the best sportsman we've ever had.
Yeah, well, Craig, I totally echo that sentiment as well. So
yeah, 100%. And as well, he's only done it in, what is it, 16 fights, 17 fights? Is it 17?
It's 17 fights, yeah.
17 fights. Like, that's not. I know he's had a long amateur career.
Was it 18? No, it's 17, I think.
Is it 17?
No, it's 18.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Even at that, under 20 fights.
Yeah.
Under 20 fights, you're looking at what Josh has went undisputed is what you're looking at a British title in. And he's conquered the full division, every single bout.
It's definitely an amazing achievement. Josh versus Crawford, Josh versus Gervonta Davis, Catterall. I mean, there's loads of options out there, but as a fan, you said you stayed up to watch the Ramirez fight. As a fan yourself, Craig, who would you like to see Josh face next?
I don't know what the situation is with the Catterall. I don't know if he will be fighting him next, because obviously I think he's mandatory, isn't he?
He's mandatory, yeah.
But for me, as a boxing fan, any of the big names, like Josh has got the world at his feet right now. Like, he can fight anybody he wants to fight. Super fights, like, history.
Gervonta Davis seems to be making some noise with Josh and stuff like that. Do you think he's too small? Do you think Josh beats him?
He's small, but he has good dynamite in his hands, which makes it interesting. But like, he's moving up a good few weight classes to fight Josh. I know he just fought a lightweight and he boxed it, but he looks tiny in there next to the 140s. I think Josh would be too big for him. And Josh has got a good chin. Like, Josh isn't going to just roll over because Davis hits him. Like, Josh will grit it if he has to as well. Which
we've seen it before.
Like, we've not seen Gervonta Davis have to, like, really grit it when it's really hard in there.
Definitely. Back to you then. Just ready to get into a fight before the end of the year.
Yeah, that's it. I just need to keep ticking over. Obviously, like we said, see what happens with Harlem. I don't know what his situation is going to be just now with everything that's happened. If not Harlem, then any fight just now, get me back. If it's a fight against somebody for the top 10 comes calling, then I'm going to take it. If it's a tune-up fight and then that, then I just want to be back fighting again.
Just want to trade some leather.
Trade some leather. I get back fighting. I need to be active. Like that's. I don't want to look back in my career and be. I need to be active to get myself back in the groove and push right into the top 10 like these names we're talking about, and get some big fights. Definitely.
Well, Craig, my bald napper is on fire sitting in the sun, so I'm going to have to go back into that gym. Thank you so much for doing this Fightful TV. Hopefully the next time I talk to you, you do have a fight date, you do have it confirmed as well, and you're in camp ready and training for it. So as always, thank you so much for talking to me on IFL TV, and I'll speak to you soon.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much.